In October at the UN Geneva, during the European Anti Trafficking Day, this conference highlighted the urgent need for better public awareness about this modern form of slavery. The Austrian Embassy, the Holy See and the Order of Malta were one of the organizers of this event. 45 million people worldwide were victims on any given day in 2016, and the numbers are rising.
Are there solutions, practical implementations, how you can fight against it?
What we need to do first is to raise awareness. Raise awareness because many people ignore, or they say, yes, of course, it exists in such and such country, but here, of course not. And that's unfortunately not true. Even in my own country, Switzerland, even in my own city, Geneva, and I don't have to mention other countries and other cities, we already have more slaves today than we ever had.
I have all your information.
So, contrary to a common misconception, people don't necessarily have to be transported across borders for trafficking to take place. 43% of victims are trafficked domestically within national borders.
Some of those networks of traffickers are very well known. You have even peacekeeping forces there. You have satellites monitoring what's going on. So couldn't we bring those traffickers to courts, to national courts or to an international criminal court, you see?
People are trafficked for many different forms of exploitation, such as forced prostitution, forced labor, domestic servitude and forced organ removal. In this movie, organ traffickers have stolen one kidney from Jean-Claude Van Damme. This film is a smart mixture of audience-appealing action plus awareness raising against organ trafficking.
Where's my kidney?
Human trafficking involves recruitment, harboring or transporting people into a situation of exploitation through the use of violence, deception or coercion and forced to work against their will.
Slave labor, we're talking about the impact of someone who caused that slave labor, and that's the consumer who buys products that enables it. So we're talking about ourselves as enablers, as participants.
Exactly.
That is, no one would think probably of that, but that's really the reality.
Yes, and so that's why one of the proposals we made in New York, and we know we are not here alone to make this proposal, is to say, let's have slave-free labels. You know, we have green labels, we should have red labels. Meaning by that, people should be aware that if they buy a cheap, shirt, if they buy a cheap label, it nearly means slave labor.
You are welcome here. And you have a good choice that you have Mr. Youssef. He's one of the best agencies in Jordan.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And you too also, so beautiful, really.
Marivik? Give me lighter. I don't think there is a human rights in this world. No way. Maybe in Europe, but not in the Middle East.
We celebrate, do we dare, to celebrate the Universal Declaration on Human Rights, and here is a massive violation of human rights with us, slavery. The next one would be, of course, genocide. But at times, in some parts of the world, I don't want to name names, but in some parts of the world, trafficking and genocide are not far away.
Ambassador, we wish you good luck with this and success, and I hope we raised a little awareness with our little interview here with the audiences, and think about next time what product you are buying and look really where it's coming from, and do yourself the favor, especially as Catholics, as Christians, this might be the result of slave labor, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, during Christmas shopping, keep in mind, when you buy gifts for your loved ones or someone else, it may have been made by someone's slave.